In SME, there's the return module, which allows you to return equipment from a customer back to your inventory or from your inventory back to a vendor. This video will introduce you to returning inventory from your inventory back to the vendor. So let's first pick an item in inventory. We're going to return this pool pump. We can tell we have two in our warehouses, and we're going to return one of them to our vendor. So let's go under the returns module, click new to vendor, and we'll choose the vendor. On the return items tab, we're going to add any inventory items we're returning. So let's click the new button, click select from stock, and I'm going to find that pool pump. And it's showing me all the stock lots I have for that pool pump, and I'm just going to pull from this. There's just one stock lot for it, so I'll just select it and change the quantity to 1. There were 2 in that stock lot, but I'm going to change the quantity to 1 because I'm just returning 1. And click OK. So to process this and actually get this out of inventory, you click the Receive Item button on that Return Items tab. And just make sure permanent removal is checked and click OK. And I'll click yes to closing this return. If we go back to the pool pump inventory item, notice we only have 1 on hand. I now want to do the same thing, returning stock from our inventory back to a vendor, but I want to do it with a serialized item. So we're looking at an inventory item that is serialized. And when we look at the Material Details tab, we can tell there are a lot of stock items available for that inventory item. And I want to actually return this particular serial number back to a vendor and replace it with a different serial number that the vendor is providing for me. So what we're going to do is go back to returns. I'll click new to vendor. I'm going to pick a vendor again. We'll do the same thing. We need to just add that optical item to the return. So we'll go ahead and click new and then click select from stock. And I'm going to choose that optical illustrator. And now it's showing me again the stock lots, and I need to find that serial number. I think it was 65198. Okay, so I'll just double click on that serial number to add that one to the return and click OK. Now when I'm processing this, I'm going to click Receive Item to process. Notice this is a serialized item, so the quantity is set at 1 on the left, and the serial number is actually added on the right-hand side. Notice when I hit this Replace Item checkbox, instead of just returning the item to a vendor, I want to return it and then actually replace it with a different serial number. So I'm checking Replace Item. Now I am prompted to actually enter the serial number of the replacement item. So let's go ahead and just add a serial number and click the Add. So now when we click OK, we can process that return. And when we go to that inventory item, there's going to be stock for that item with that serial number of XYZ ABC or 123, whatever it was. Let's go find it. So I'm going to go under the Material Details tab, and let's see, where's the serial number? So let's go ahead and look for that serial number in here. Here it is, XYZ 123 ABC, and it is available. So that's the serial number that I replaced the 651984210 serial number with.